Hi and welcome all to the fifth installment in this series on CK3, and we're in a pretty interesting situation. We managed to conquer Syracuse and Malta. Oh, and by the way, the barony has an interesting name. Is spelled with a Y. I think it is the Greek name, which should be pronounced like Syracuse, qualcosa, something like that. Syracuse. I don't know. I will call it. I will call him Syracuse. I mean, I don't get why. Syu. I don't get why it should be named. Syracusana is the adjective. But anyway, now only the Normans are left. And the Normans are in a war right now for Tunis. And it is a war they'll probably win. I mean, they can defend themselves, I think. Because it is an holy war, so... yeah. Some guys have joined, but I think Robert will win because he has a lot of alliances, and also he has mercenaries. And now we could attack him, but it's not very wise. Definitely not wise. Also because our army will soon diminish. Now I think I'll go with... yeah, I will wait. Honestly, I will wait until he dies, because then the realm will split, and I think that, as already said, I think in the last episode, his heir will inherit Apulia and Calabria, and his other heir, which is Guy, will inherit probably Tunis if he manages to conquer it, and I hope at least he will inherit the rest of Sicily, because he would be the easier target. If we will have to attack him, I think it will be a problem. And for now, I think I'll wait. We are raising control in Syracuse and not in Malta, because Syracuse is well, is just better. It has a small harbor, the crop fields and the bastions. Meanwhile, Malta only has the hamlets. Now, my idea was to build the hill forts here in Enna, but I think the priority here is to create the Duchy of Sicily, and our army is this. It's not great. I mean, it will probably get better once we raise control in Syracuse and Malta. Our marshal is okay. And... ooh, we can, like, finally fire Arsenius. It's a pity though, because Arsenius, even though he's pretty mediocre in terms of diplomacy, he managed to increase the opinion Robert has with me. What? Wait, what? I panicked like near that, what? I'm paying a visit to an acquaintance of mine who nearly died in an accident when she was a young woman, and was in fact unconscious for a week after it before she slowly recovered. She said that during that week she actually had a glimpse of the afterlife, and she said it looked like a simple yet beautiful garden filled with light. The experience moved her greatly. Okay? Anyway, as I was saying, we'll fire him because there's Valentina. And as a matter of fact, I think it's a good occasion to try and find courtiers who are maybe not married, to bring in Sicilian courtiers, because now that the county here is Sicilian, maybe there are options available, but I think I can't, because I don't have any courtiers to marry. Ah, there's Philip. Are there Sicilians? No. One thing I eventually want to do is to search for knights, because I think that many Sicilians will show up, but we don't have the money right now. Like, if we invited knights right now, we could maybe hire one. After lots of hard work, nothing. It is impossible to learn the Greek language. No matter how hard I try, I speak like a burly wind babe and write like an unlettered blind serf who's missing most of their fingers. Yeah, I will take the stress. Well, I mean, maybe... No, you know what? Is beyond my capabilities. Like, I think he would think so because he is humble and he's also a peasant. And yes, I also want to avoid stress, honestly, because like stressing so much, and I think we can easily go into stress level 2. That's a thing I want to avoid, because then we'll have to do a feast and spend money. Like, it's too much. Yeah, Greek is beyond my capabilities. And I can learn it from the right, yeah, of course. But I think I will learn, no, I mean, I speak Italian. Technically, yeah, I speak Sicilian, which is, yeah, in this game, it's basically Italian. Now, it would be great to ask the Pope for money, but he will not give us any kind of money. Syracuse has become Sicilian. The eclectic mix of peoples in southern Italy and Sicily has given rise to a unique culture, affected by the myriad influences. Now it is clear that the people in the county of Syracuse no longer see themselves as Maghrebi, but as native Sicilians. Great, that's great. Now only Malta remains, and well, also Palermo, but I'm sure it will soon become Sicilian. Now, in terms of diplomatic relationships, the question I want to ask myself is: do I want to, bind myself to the Holy Roman Empire or to the Byzantine Empire? I mean, of course, I'm not meaning like swearing fealty, because I think we won't swear fealty to neither of them. And but in terms of alliances, I think the Holy Roman Empire, because it's Catholic. Anyway, we got the strategist perk, which is great. Now what I want to do is switch to domain focus to prepare myself to hold all of Sicily. And that reminded me that of one other thing, but we'll talk about it. And so, also, yes, I will switch to stewardship, to domain focus, and now I could technically hold all of Sicily. Now, the other thing is our sons. Now, we have Umberto, our heir, who is humble right now. With a diplomacy, educations, I am decent. I'm excellent, actually, in diplomacy, mainly because of Constantine. And yes. Then we have Fortunato. I'm forcing him to a martial education, and I mean, he's doing fine. I'm doing this because I want him to be like the future marshal of Umberto. Also because I think I will give him like maybe Calabria or Apulia, or maybe both. And then we have, of course, Eugenio. Now, Eugenio, I am zealous, and I'm like a new noble. Oh. So I think that I want him to be a monk. I will give him to the bishop. Like, I'm not happy. I'm giving him to the bishop. But you know, even though he's like really bad, like he's terrible, I think he wants to respect him. So yeah, I'll give him Eugenio to prepare him to become a monk, and as such will force him to a learning focus. And now, how's the war going here? Of course they are losing. So, aftermath. I am traveling in a less populated and more rugged part of my realm. In my entourage and I come across a number of corpses, and the stench of decaying flesh is noticeable to everyone. Judging by the armor and clothing on the bodies, as well as the wounds on them, it seems that this may have been the scene of a recent battle between rival bandit gangs that infest this region. Let's properly dispose of these bodies lest they rise as vengeful spirits. I mean, I'm not superstitious, I'm just zealous, so bandits or not, we should give them a funeral to put their souls at ease. Definitely. Now, the development here is going well. Enna is at 12, Syracuse is at 12, Malta is at 11. Like, Sicily, you know, it's kinda very decent in terms of development. Palermo is of course the best because it's also the Jure capital. But I want to keep the capital here in Enna. I actually want to try and transform it to a very good capital, a military one, not an economic one, but still a very good capital. Yeah, the warrior is totally lost. They got Tunis. That's honestly great. I mean, and they're also well, a peasant uprising is just whatever. Now, will the Pope give me money? No, of course not. I could try and sway him, honestly, to convince him that I am the rightful Duke of Sicily. Counter peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. Yeah, do no more than what is necessary. Great. Yeah, it's fine being ill. I am 44. Like, I'm almost at the close of my life. And Umberto is not even 16. Now, his future wife is not that great. I mean, he's a good diplomat, but he will not need diplomacy. Most probably, he will need stewardship. But there's no reason for me to break the betrothal. He is my ally. I promised that this betrothal was going to happen, so yeah. I mean, it's also like a Catholic and Cisalpine, so he's keen to me. There's no reason for me to break the betrothal. Okay, I lost the trait heal, great. What is this? My countess? Absolutely unacceptable. Constantine burst into my chambers, her face red with anger, yelling loud enough for the entire castle to hear her. Radia has just insulted my honor. I demand that you cast her, that barren wench, from our court. I mean, come on, Constantine. What? What is this? Come on, man. Even after discussing the details of the incident with Constantine, I am still unsure of what to think of the whole affair. Then again, a good count should stand by his countess, and Constantine looks genuinely devastated by the event. Now, I can't. Like, of course, Constantine thinks from a honor point of view, but I also have to think of from a rational point of view. And if I banish her, Domenico will also go, and he is my marshal. And I think she can, like, forget about it, like, it's nothing. I think you should forget this whole matter. Now though, another problem arises, because the Pope will not give me money, because I am already wealthy. So, I think I will build these damned hill forts. And okay, yes. Now maybe he will give me money, and with that money I will create the Duchy of Sicily. Ooh, Augusta is not a tutor. He's good in stewardship. Yeah, Filippo is a Sicilian. And yeah, it does make sense. And the conquest of Tunis was successful. Now, it is controlled by Normans. His army is not that stronger than us, also because he has mercenaries, but it's still far out of our reach. Ooh, I can finally ask the Head of Faith for gold. And it's almost useless. I mean, it's not useless, but to create the duchy I need 212. It's very far. An influx of serfs has arrived in the county of Enna from the neighboring county of Palermo. They claim to be fleeing from the abusive rule of Duke Robert of Apulia, and that they wish to live in my domain instead of his. Legally speaking, they are still in bondage to Robert, but if I let them settle in my lands, it would be almost impossible for him to prove that they are actually his serfs. Yeah, here I'm... yeah, it's risky. I could graciously return the serfs to Robert, return the serfs, but give Robert a stern rebuke, or show my serfs, my serfs to their new farms. You know what? They are escaping from Palermo, and they are probably fellow Sicilians. The culture is Maghrebi, but you know, it's Sicily. So yeah, I will take the serfs, definitely. It's more levy, more money, less levy and less money for him. Also, we have the second trait here for Umberto. I was shocked when I caught my son Umberto trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Mayor Valentinio. He blamed a game another child had invented, but I could tell he was lying. Yeah, definitely. Be honest and you will see others open to you. I am, though, very much stressed. Greetings, Count Zacariavenna. I know you have stolen my serfs from me. I may not have any way of recovering them, but do not think I will forget this offense. You have earned my enmity. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, it was risky. I mean, it does not have a casus belli against us, I think. Well, technically it could declare war for Roger, for Siracusa. Those were yourself. My apologies, I will return to them. I returned them. Grumble. Rival. You know what? I will risk it. I will. Here's my rival. Now though. Recently, I feel like I am not worthy of the County of Enna. Do other rulers dub themselves as I dub myself? I try to be a good, humble cunt, but it feels like my every action reeks of pride. Others of my station live so modestly, but they seem to flaunt my magnificence at each opportunity, and I cannot stand it. Damn this universe for raising one so poor as me to such heights. I will scourge myself for my sins. I'm just as good as the rest. Tell the cook to stop making my dinner. I don't want it. I don't want to be inapathetic. I could be flagellant. But I mean, for now, I think I'm gonna take the stress. Like, it's not I don't think he's very much stressed. Except for, you know, the the fact that Robert basically became his rival. And he could attack any moment. He could try and get a claim. We are on this rap scheme, and our spy master is decent. It's a very risky situation. I'm just so much happy. His health is poor, and he's probably gonna die sooner or later. He gave his hair Tunis, and now I'm truly, you know, confused about how his realm will split. Because the Duchy of Apulia will go to Roger. The Duchy of Calabria will go to Roger. The true question is, I think the Duchy of Tunis will go to absolutely no one, because Guy became a monk, so the realm will not split. Because there's, of course, Bohemond, but he's disinherited, so it truly does not count. I think, host a pilgrimage, also to lose some stress, but I think it's not the right moment right now. I think he wants first to, you know, establish the Duchy of Sicily. And then maybe I think he will think that he deserves a rest. Also, Roger became the affable, calm, easygoing, pleasant. He doesn't mind by what epithet people call him. But fortunately, it's almost always something nice. And wait, what? Okay, there's some internal wars. I don't mind it, also because they are against his heir. And someone is plotting, I guess, against my cursed physician, and it's probably one of them. Too bad. Okay, what is this? Countess Constantine looks over our children with her usual confidence. No child of ours should be without a match in marriage. If you allow me to tutor them, there will be soon suitors lining the streets outside. No. Yeah, for Beata it does make sense, also because Beata is not promised to anyone. Also, us Fortunato going great. I mean, it's okay. And Malta is with a lack of sheriff. We'll try and switch the control. You know, go with some back and forth. Oh, great. It seems that my diplomatic overtures towards Pope Alexander have caused a major misunderstanding. I have received a letter which makes it clear that he thinks I have been pursuing a different goal entirely. I am your Pope, for God's sake. I do not need to read on to get the point. This is all a big misunderstanding. Now, that's bad. But, I mean, our relationship with the Pope is always on the line, and will always be on the line because of Benevento. So I think that's totally fine. And, you know, we could interpret it like his mistrust in us to handle the Duchy of Sicily. And I don't think it's this, disappointment hurts his, him being zealous. On the contrary, in fact, he, more than anything else, I think it hurts like his trust on the church, his trust in the church and in the institutions. So I think, from this point on, he will become more spiritual and less institutional. And Delinda is plotting against my my court physician. Damn it. I mean, I can't imprison her. Okay, fine. That actually is good, because I didn't want to, since if she fled, like, she would have brought her husband with her. That's something I can't do. And what is Robert doing? Wow. They are trying to conquer back Tunis. That's something it won't be easy to do, because Robert is allied with Croatia, and we have a stewardship focus. We'll go with this route. I think that's what he wants to go for. Also, we have enough money to finally create the Duchy of Sicily. We are a mighty duke. Now, though, there are a few aesthetical things I have to adjust. First of all, the headwear. No, you know what? I will not go with the headwear. Also, this is a strange ass outfit. I don't remember like Sicilian dukes to have this outfit. Ah yes, it's the high nobility clothing. Okay, it's fine. But this headwear, I never saw him. Anyway, he didn't wear an headwear when he was a count, so I think he won't wear now that he's a duke, because he is humble. Now though, I want to adjust the stemma here, because this is not what we want to go for. This is more, Norman and later like HRE version of the Duchy of Sicily. So I think we'll go with something else, and we'll take like the historical stemma of Sicily. I mean, I don't know how much historical it is. It is, of course, but I don't know when it was originated. Like, surely I know that the Trinacria, which is this symbol, is the symbol of the region of Sicily right now. Also, I don't know how to color it. But yeah, this seems fine. And you know what? Of course, we are peasants, and we have faith in agriculture. So I think that this is great. Yeah, it's a good logo. And it actually resembles, of course, our house. That does make sense. And we are now a duke. Great. Now I could attack him, because I have the claim on Sicily, and I think I would I would get both counties, because of course Palermo is in the hands of the duke, so I would just take it from him, and then Messina is in the hands of Roger, so I would just fend him off, and he will remain with Reggio Calabria and Cosenza. Of course, I won't do it now, because yeah, that's not great. Anyway, we are going to end this episode now, and we are now a mighty duke. Now, next moves we're gonna wait for him to die and then attack for the Duchy of Sicily. Also, we'll try to get some alliances, because we are now dukes, and in the international landscape we are more important. But it will be on the next episode, so bye, thanks for watching.